Hey everyone, how's it going? Memory here for the 5th day of the 12 days of anime. And as you can tell from the title, of course, we are going to be talking about disappointments from this year. I'm going to be talking about 3 anime in particular. If you want to, you can leave 3 down in the comments below. You can leave 1. Kind of talk about why they disappointed you. And I know in the erase video I said I was going to keep it kind of brief, kind of short, and it ended up being like almost 10 minutes long. But with this one, I promise you, it'll be short, it'll be brief, because I really don't like talking about these shows, because I really don't like these shows, and I'm not going to talk a lot about something I don't like. Because I can just ramble on and on and on about how these shows are bad and how they are disappointing, but you all would get the point, and that would just be carrying on the video way too longer than it needs to be. And I know I don't really like watching videos most of the time where people just ramble on and on and on about how bad something is. So I can understand that, and I don't want to put you all through that. So, with that said, we're going to start with the first show, which I say is the worst show of 2016, at least for me, and that is MemoryNK. And definitely the biggest disappointment, because I went into MemoryNK, and I know a lot of people did, and it did honestly have a very intriguing, interesting setup and setting and premise with these kids being on this bus and going to this village. Although with the first episode, how they kind of introduced all the characters like that, the cast is too big for MemoryNK. Obviously, there's no source material, and there's shows that have huge casts, but the way they work with them, MemoryNK went about it really the wrong way. Like, I don't even know how many characters there were, but I can only remember maybe 4 or 5 of their names. And there's been shows that I've watched that have huge cast of characters, and the way they work with them and the way they develop them, I actually grow to love and bond with these characters, and I can actually remember their names. Like with MemoryNK, I couldn't remember any characters' names, so that was one thing. There were too many characters, and how they introduced them was kind of just a cop-out, honestly, in my opinion. They spent half of the first episode on the bus just showing each of these characters their names. They come to the front of the bus, and they say some bullshit. That's pretty much what it was. But honestly, it did have a very intriguing start, an intriguing premise, but that was it. Besides that, and I'd say the opening theme, everything else for MemoryNK was really bad for me. The whole ending with the Nanaki and just the random shit that popped up. Nobody died, and at the start it felt like a show where like maybe all the like half of these kids were gonna be killed, or most of them. There's only gonna be a few left standing. Like, I was kind of saying this could turn out like another. And man, it was not even close. Not one character died. And the one character who we thought drowned and died didn't die. The DJ dude. I don't remember his name. But yeah, MemoryNK was just all over the place. Bad writing, definitely poor execution all around. And I can only say the only thing I liked about it was the very beginning. It had an intriguing setup and an intriguing, interesting start. I'd say the opening, and visually it wasn't that bad, and the animation wasn't that bad. It wasn't like perfect or, mind-blowing, but it wasn't bad by any means. So that would probably be it, honestly, with MemoryNK. I don't know how you all feel about that show, but that's how I feel. Moving on to the next one, we have Joker Game, which is another one that it's a show that, like those 91 Days, it's one of those type of shows, like 91 Days, Gangsta, one of those type of shows, like those dark crime mafia type shows that a lot of people they have. It seems they have these like little cult followings that just are into those types of shows, like Black Lagoon, Gangsta, 91 Days. Like I said, Joker Game, though, once again, a huge cast of characters, and you can't really grow or bond or connect with any of them. At least that was for me. It was really stale. It was all over the place. It was confusing to me, at least. And it just seemed like in every episode, something different was happening for the most part. And I was honestly expecting a lot more. I probably shouldn't have went into it with such high expectations, because it definitely really let me down. The opening theme for that wasn't that bad at all visually, and it was fine. The animation was fine. I mean, the animators at IG did a great job on that. But overall, once again, the writing, the execution was poor, at least in my opinion. And the last one, Big Order. Big fucking Order. More like Big fucking piece of shit. I don't even know what they're trying to do. I haven't watched The Future Diary, but I guess it's by the creator of that, and a lot of people were expecting it to be like that, and it did not turn out like that at all. The whole brother and sister thing, nah, was not feeling that. No. The only thing I actually liked about that show was the opening theme, now that I think about it. Like, damn, what is up with that? Oh my gosh, that show was all over the place, just throwing random bits and pieces out there that absolutely made no sense. The stuff with the main character's father. All these shows in here, honestly, were poorly executed, were badly written, and I just couldn't get into them. And I didn't have high expectations, honestly, for Big Order. The first episode was alright, but everything after that was god-awful. Mayokai, I liked the start of it. Like I said, like the first episode or so, besides them introducing all them characters like that. In Joker Game, just all around was just too stale for me. I just couldn't get into it at all, and it was just you couldn't get into these characters. You couldn't bond with them. You couldn't come to want to root for them or feel what they were going through in their certain situations that they were in these shows. You just couldn't. And how could you like a show when you don't have that at least? I mean, the best thing about those three shows that I mentioned are probably the opening themes of each, which I would say I liked, and that's it. The animation art in all three are okay, but they're not anything too magnificent or too special. So these shows are definitely disappointing for me for the year 2016. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if a lot of you feel the same way I do, but those are the three main shows I'd say that really disappointed me with this year. And don't even bring up Divine Gate, because I knew Divine Gate was going to be trash from the start. That opening is fucking great, though. That's the only thing good with that. So, yeah, let me know what you all thought about this video. What are some anime that disappointed you with this year? And there's always going to be anime that disappoint us. So, I mean, this video was coming, and I've never actually made a video like this, so it was good to kind of talk about it. I know it was longer than I said it was going to be again, but I kind of got on to, what I said I didn't want to do at the beginning of the video, but whatever. I don't really care. That's about it. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching, everyone. Peace out.